In this podcast episode, Ben Shapiro discusses the potential ban of TikTok in the United States, clarifying that it is not a ban on the use of TikTok, but rather a requirement for companies owned and controlled by foreign adversaries like China, Iran, Russia, and North Korea to divest their ownership to operate in the social media sphere in the U.S. This bill does not target American-owned companies or those owned by allies, but specifically those controlled by the mentioned countries. Shapiro addresses the anti-Semitic conspiracy theory that suggests the TikTok ban was pushed by Congress at the behest of the Jews to help Israel. The theory claims that TikTok has been promoting anti-Israel and pro-Hamas content, leading to the ban. However, Shapiro debunks this theory by highlighting that TikTok has faced bans in various countries for different reasons, such as promoting immoral content or violating data privacy laws. He emphasizes that the ban is not about censoring content, but about foreign ownership and control. The conspiracy theory also involves Jonathan Greenblatt, the head of the Anti-Defamation League, who is accused of influencing Congress to pass the TikTok ban. A clip of Greenblatt discussing TikTok and the rise of anti-Semitic and anti-Israel content on social media is circulated to support this claim. However, Shapiro clarifies that Greenblatt's remarks were about the need for social media platforms to counter such content, not about advocating for the ban on TikTok. The misinterpretation of Greenblatt's statements by conspiracy theorists highlights the tendency to twist facts to fit a preconceived narrative. Shapiro emphasizes the importance of understanding the context of statements and not jumping to conclusions based on selective information. Shapiro explains that a ban on TikTok would be necessary to prevent the Chinese Communist Party from accessing personal and proprietary information of Americans. He mentions that the app automatically collects vast amounts of data, including location data and browsing history, which could be used for espionage and disinformation campaigns. He also points out that a ban on TikTok is supported by both Democrats and Republicans as a measure to counter China's influence. Shapiro discusses the role of Jeff Yass, a pro-Israel Jew and a major investor in TikTok, who opposed the ban on the app. He highlights the irony of a pro-Israel individual supporting a Chinese-owned app. Shapiro provides an analysis of the current polling data, showing that Donald Trump is leading in key swing states like Arizona, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. He predicts that Trump would win the election if it were held today, citing Biden's declining health as a potential factor. Shapiro mentions the possibility of a health incident involving Biden and the impact it could have on the election. Shapiro discusses the reluctance of the Biden campaign to commit to debates with Trump, suggesting that they may avoid putting Biden on stage with the former president. He criticizes the radicalism of the Biden administration, citing examples like Biden's statement on the death of Nex Benedict, a teenager who committed suicide, and Kamala Harris's visit to an abortion clinic to champion abortion rights. Shapiro highlights a violent incident on a Brooklyn subway train where a man was shot after a confrontation with another passenger. He criticizes the Democratic leadership in New York City for failing to address the rising crime rates and deteriorating conditions in the subway system. He points out the need for effective leadership to address the safety concerns of residents in the city. Shapiro discusses shocking emails revealing the University of Virginia's staff downplaying a professor who offered students extra credit to attend a pro-Hamas rally. He emphasizes the importance of academic integrity and unbiased education in universities, criticizing the staff for not taking appropriate action against the professor's behavior.